tonight we get to do a private paranormal investigation of the Brownella estate in Galion, Ohio. Some of the history to this estate. It was constructed in 1885 and it was completed in 1887. It is William and Ella. Those are the two that owned the house, and then Mary was the adopted mother that gave it to them for a wedding gift. In 1924, the bishop was tried for hearsay and found guilty by the House of Bishops for publishing a book about communism. Later, William would pass in 1937. Mary's possessions are still in his house to this day. Now to get to the haunted part of it, the paranormal part of it. People report smelling pipe smoke that could be coming from the bishop. People report being touched in empty rooms. EVPs have been caught with someone whistling that they believe that it is the bishop.
The most active part of the cottage itself would be the upstairs study. A small boy has also been contacted by a medium.
What do you think about this, Frank?
The usual.
I'm
going into it, yeah.
Going into
skeptic. Yeah, sounds like a lot of this stuff is can be debunked, like we've done in the past, or I've done in the past.
Okay.
You know my stance on spirit boxes.
Okay.
Hokey. So
we'll see.
We're gonna go into open mind. Go wrong.
You guys ready to see this?
Yeah.
It's gonna be dark by the time we get there.
Yeah, it is. So it'll be about time as soon as we get to Galion, Ohio. We'll be hitting the ground running. So, all right.
Stop at the bar first.
Yeah.
So right now we're heading up to the house. First glance at it is pretty creepy from the outside. This was built in 1887 was when it was completed. So just some shots of the house. The carriage is pretty creepy. So you guys like this so far? Did it give you the creeps yet?
Okay, so we just did the walkthrough with the volunteers at the cottage. They enlightened us in a little bit more information about the paranormal and the history of the place. 3 big keys that we're going to kind of hone in on is one, Bishop Brown's bedroom where he passed away.
To start this investigation, we came up to Mary's room where we saw the mist. We have put a camera on these 2 basically balls that you have to touch to make them go off. We have one here and we have one in her chair. So hopefully with that camera being on it, yeah, that one, yeah, we'll be able to see what we catch. So right now Frank and I and Matt are going down to the basement. Frank, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let's go. One thing that we did have happen upstairs, we talked a little bit about the little boy named Patrick. Put that light on this side. No, on this side, so I can light me up. Yeah. So we saw the article about the little boy named Patrick. It was brought up to the volunteers, and the volunteer was, I don't want to say frantic, but you could definitely tell that the fear on her face. She said that they did have a demonologist come down into the basement, or I'm sorry, come to the house, and he would not come down in the basement. So we're going to try to check this out and see what we got down in the basement. So we have the EMF detector down here, and then the motion censored ball. Matt's gonna run the spirit box. Patrick, are you down here? Patrick, how old are you? Can you come speak in the spirit box? While trying to make contact with Patrick down in the basement, little did we know what was going on in Mary's room.
Hey guys, the ball's going off up here.
Yeah.
No, it just stopped. Mary just touched the ball. Ball in the chair is going off.
My camera right now is having a hard time focusing. This is very, very odd.
Might be loud in a second. Just saying.
Okay. Now, we did find out that Mary did pass away in Cleveland. So she is one that frequents the house because it was given. She gave it to her daughter as a wedding gift. One thing I'm going to point out here is this is Mary's death photo, post death photo.
Power on.
Now in SD7 mode.
Apparently this is Mary's favorite chair. We're going to do a spirit box session up here. What was that?
I'm gonna turn it up loud enough.
Jesus. That was Jesus.
It's not gonna be loud. I think I might go grab the headphones.
Okay.
So I can hear him.
Okay. Was that you, Bishop? Were you the one that said Jesus? Come through the spirit box. Spirit? Are you a spirit here? Bishop?
This is Mary's room.
Right. But I just had all go off again.
Oh, is that you?
Well, we can talk to Ella. Talk to that spirit box, Ella. Okay. Are you with us? Whoa. That's how I said it. Yeah, are you? Was that the bishop? I think the bishop's here too.
You guys can talk to us through that box. People come in here all the time.
It's not clear. Frank used his thermal camera in Mary's room, but nothing was captured on camera. After investigating Mary's room, we decided to investigate the room where the bishop passed away.
Bishop, we'll leave a few balls up here for you, okay? If you can you make these go off a few times? Thank you.
If you're still with us, can you cross those rods for Keith, please?
No way. No way. I can literally feel it moving in my hand.
Bishop, can you cross the rods if you are here?
Isn't that creepy? Isn't that creepy?
Thank you, Bishop.
Oh!
Can you open back up for me? Excuse my French.
Trying to figure out how they work.
Trying to find center, or like balance.
Yeah, I don't think there really is. Once you get them, like,
Straight.
they move on their own.
Granted, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm in no way influencing them.
Good. Alright.
So, Bishop, cross means yes, outward means no. If you understand, cross them, please.
With Frank being the skeptic and receiving no response, we head to the final area we are investigating, the bishop's study. Why are you disruptive in the house, Patrick? Are you looking for Patrick? Bishop, we're gonna leave. Is there anything you want to tell us? Alright, so we're at the final part of our investigation, final discussion about what we captured and the evidence that we captured on camera. I want to start with Matt first. I want to get your take on what you think about the investigation.
I loved it. I loved the place. love the investigation. It was our real first deep dive into a location where we really had no noise pollution, and we were able to investigate the entire location pretty fully to an extent. Got really good evidence, at least for the amount of time that we were there. We were only there for about 2 hours. Got great evidence. The building was beautiful. Loved the architecture. We just look forward to doing more investigations like this.
All right. So what I took out of this investigation, obviously, you guys saw the evidence that we captured. I'd probably say a third of the evidence actually got into the video. However, I am still skeptical of the rods. I do believe that those can be manipulated, even if you're trying to stay as steady as possible. I think with one little movement of your hands, they can be moved. It was cool though, when asking questions, I could actually feel them move in my hands, so that's pretty cool. Overall, the investigation, I really enjoyed it. Like Matt said, I think we need to do more investigations like this. So I'm going to leave the last part for Frank. He's a skeptic, so I want to see what he has to say. Frank?
So, me personally, took a lot of notes, but nothing observed. Nothing observed with thermal scope. The spirit box, I still attribute to most of that as random noises, etc., as you've seen in previous videos. And then as with the divining rods, I'm going to tell you, the body follows the mind. Wrists, and you can see slight muscle twitches. Granted, nobody can hold their body perfectly still, but those little influences on as light as those rods were, you can tell, at least in my mind, it looked like the rods were being influenced in that regard. Overall, though, I would say that place is worth checking out. It is an awesome looking home. Lots of history. Yeah, they offer tours. The history of the place, the lives of the bishop and his wife, absolutely fascinating to read about. And nothing against her, but especially him, his philosophical and political beliefs as one of those type of guys, or type of people, I should say, was absolutely fascinating. And if you're a book person, his library, holy crap, you gotta go check it out. So, and I will say, on top of everything else, though, we did encounter a couple things there that I can't explain with, or I can't debunk just by it being the house creaking or a car driving by, etc. So, am I convinced? Not at all. There's got to be something to explain it, but at the same time, I will say I'm open to the possibility that it could be a true haunted house.
So after our discussion and showing what evidence that we did capture, we want to throw it back to you guys. We want to get your take on our evidence, what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and go help out the Gallatin Historical Society.
Go like and subscribe to their Facebook and Instagram page, and they also have a donation page that we'll include in the description, so you can go and help them out, because they run mainly off donations, keeping that house up to date and operational. So go support a beautiful house and a beautiful cause too.